This is the most expensive coffee in the world. But why? To understand the deep reason behind this crazy phenomenon, we really have to look closely at the modern luxury market. When you visit exclusive hotels and premium restaurants around the globe, you might find a very special drink hidden on their menu. It is served exclusively for the wealthy and those looking for highly unusual culinary experiences. The general price of this coffee is truly shocking, since it can reach thousands of dollars per kilogram. People with massive amounts of money are willing to pay outrageous sums just to get a brief taste of this famous beverage. It challenges everything we know about normal daily food production and turns a repulsive concept into a glowing symbol of extreme global wealth. And that is exactly why we absolutely need to explore how this bizarre miracle actually happens in nature today. The true hero of this story is not a human farmer. The magic begins deep inside the green forests of Indonesia with a small, nocturnal animal. This creature is called the civet, and it looks like a mix between a wildcat and a raccoon. Local farmers call the coffee it helps produce Kopi Luwak. Let us talk about the exact specific price so you know what you are dealing with. A single cup of genuine wild Kopi Luwak can cost you $100 in a fancy shop. If you buy the roasted beans to brew at home, a single kilogram will easily cost between $1,200 to $1,300. The civet roams plantations at night looking for food. It has an excellent sense of smell to select and eat only the absolute best, perfect red coffee cherries in the wild. You might think that an animal eating your coffee crop is a bad thing, but this is actually the hidden secret to the entire operation. When the civet swallows the juicy red cherries, it only digests the soft, sweet outer layers. The hard inner beans travel through the digestive system completely intact. Inside the stomach of the animal, a natural biological reaction takes place. The digestive tract acts as a natural fermentation chamber that alters the microstructure of the bean. Basically, the stomach juices and active enzymes interact with the beans. These juices gently break down the complex proteins found inside. Since proteins are responsible for the harsh, bitter taste in a normal cup, removing them changes the flavor entirely. After a day or two of moving through the tract, the beans make their way out directly with the poop of the animal, right onto the damp green forest floor. Naturally, it is interesting to note that this unique discovery actually dates back to the colonial period, hundreds of years ago. In Indonesia, it was strictly forbidden for local farmers to taste the coffee they worked so hard to grow. The wealthy colonizers wanted to keep the entire harvest for themselves to sell overseas. Driven by curiosity and a desire to taste the forbidden drink, the farmers noticed that wild civets were eating the best cherries and leaving the beans intact in their droppings. They secretly collected these beans from the dirt, washed them thoroughly, and roasted them over a fire. They quickly realized that this animal-processed coffee was actually much smoother and more delicious than the regular coffee the rich colonizers were drinking. Soon the secret got out, and the wealthy elites demanded it for themselves, transforming it from a poor man drink into a symbol of wealth. This historical legacy brings us to how the coffee is prepared today. Tracking down beans is an incredibly difficult task, because farmers have to wander through the dense jungle searching for precious droppings left behind by wild civets. The extreme difficulty of collecting these scattered droppings across vast territories is a massive part of what makes the final product so valuable. Once farmers collect enough of this unusual harvest, the intensive cleaning phase begins. You might wonder if it is safe to drink something that came out of an animal. The answer is yes, because the beans undergo a strict washing process. They are washed multiple times in flowing clean water to ensure every single trace of dirt is completely removed. After they are perfectly clean, the beans are laid out under the sun to dry naturally. This drying removes any remaining moisture and prepares them for the final roasting. The roasting process is kept very light or medium to protect and preserve the delicate flavors that the animal's stomach created. So what does all of this bizarre trouble actually do to the taste of the coffee in your morning cup? The real secret to the massive fame of Kopi Luwak lies in its incredibly smooth profile and wonderful, earthy aroma. Because the stomach juices stripped away those bitter proteins, you are left with a beverage that has almost zero bitterness. It is worth noting that this coffee offers unique health benefits, including improved mental clarity, reduced inflammation, and a significant antioxidant boost. To truly experience this pure magic, local Indonesians have a specific and famous way of drinking it. They use a traditional method called tubruk, where very fine coffee grounds are placed directly in a transparent glass. Then boiling water is poured directly over the grounds, without using any paper filters. They simply let the thick grounds settle to the bottom of the glass naturally and drink it completely black. They never add any milk or sugar because that would ruin the unique flavor profile. Drinking it this way allows you to taste the raw, earthy notes of rich chocolate and sweet caramel. Plus, the acidity level is significantly lower, making it extremely gentle on the stomach so you enjoy it. As you might imagine, the huge financial success of Civet Coffee caught the attention of farmers globally. They saw how much wealthy people loved these beans processed by an animal stomach and decided to copy this profitable idea to make their own millions. In Thailand, for example, they created their own luxury version using giant elephants to produce what is called black ivory coffee. The elephants eat the local Thai Arabica cherries, and since their massive digestion system takes 3 full days, the resulting flavor is incredibly sweet and floral. In the most exclusive hotels, this coffee is served with great ceremony, using a delicate silver siphon that carefully brews and displays the deep golden liquid to emphasize its extreme rarity. Moving over to South America, farmers in Brazil found a native bird called the jacu bird to do the exact same job. The jacu bird eats the sweetest wild berries and drops the intact beans for eager locals to gather. Similarly, high in the cold mountains of Peru, they use an animal called the coati to produce their own exclusive highland brews. All these completely different countries took the original weird Indonesian concept and successfully turned it into a booming luxury business. And today, this exclusivity has reached the digital world. Dedicated coffee enthusiasts now use advanced blockchain tracking and unique QR codes on every single package to verify the wild origin of their beans. It has become a modern ritual that adds another layer of status and prestige to the experience. The next time you sit down to sip your morning brew, just be glad it came from a clean metal machine and not a wild forest animal.